Ah, what the heck? Oh my gosh, what is always happening? Oh my gosh. What happened to my camera? Give me 1 second, y'all. Hey, and the chat reset? What the heck? Let's see if the... Okay, so the screen works. My camera just doesn't work. Huh. Me... Man, I haven't streamed in a while because of my chin, really. 1 second. I played my intro and everything. What the heck? I think I know what to do. Oop, there we go. Play the intro again. What's up? Hey, so if you guys are here watching, I appreciate you showing up. I haven't streamed in a while because I had to get some surgery on my face. You can see it's still a little red right there where they had to cut into me and stuff, but like it looks so much better than it had before. So if it's gross, let me know in the stream, in the chat or whatever, and I'll like put something over it or cover my face or something. When we switch to this view, you won't be able to really see it, hopefully, but yeah. So if you're here for the first time, welcome to my channel. We're going through programming for the Palm Pilot. We're working on a game called Circuit Dude that was originally designed for the Arduboy and then eventually ported over to some other Linux-based devices like the BitBoy and stuff. So we're looking at some of the C++ code from those projects, and we're re-implementing them in Pascal, which is like a pretty old language. And I feel like it's kind of like the Python of yesteryear a little bit. It was widely taught in schools and a lot of people picked it up, but almost nobody uses it nowadays. So it's kind of cool to go back and learn a language that has a lot of documentation, but doesn't really have a lot of specific documentation for the Palm Pilot. That's part of the mystery and part of what we're trying to solve here. But let's go ahead and just jump back into the program. I'll show you, because it's been a while, Circuit Dude. But first, if you're not familiar with me, my name's Crate. I work on all sorts of different games, and I have this Twitter account. You can follow me, twitter.com/crate. And I have a game that actually is on Android, and it's the full version of Circuit Dude, and it is 99 cents right now. So I've discounted it by a few dollars. So if you haven't picked it up, please do so. I also have a YouTube and Twitch channel. So if you're watching on Twitch and you want to subscribe on YouTube, that'll be great. Or if you're watching on YouTube and you like using Twitch more, then you can switch over to that, no problem. Let's see. What else were we going to say? Oh, yeah. So let's see. Circuit Dude. Arduboy. So in the Arduboy forums, there's a emulator built into the web pages. So you can kind of see some screenshots here of the Arduboy version, but you can actually play through the game itself. And the game is pretty easy. A lot of you guys who are chilling out right now, watching, have already seen this, but you move this guy around, step on the sockets, and when you get them all stepped on, the portal opens up and then you can go to the next level. So that's pretty much it. The levels get a little bit harder and harder, and there's even a level editor. So going back over the, let's see, we've done so much code. I think there's like, in this file alone, we've done almost 1,600 lines of code. So that's a pretty big amount. I mean, the language is pretty verbose too, so that adds a little bit to it. But let's see. I actually forgot where we stopped at. So I'll have to open up the program one more time, but while I'm doing that, I guess I'll just say hey to some of the people that are here. Young, hi. And you say it's pouring right now. Yeah, it was raining really hard today over here in Texas. And uh, dang, what is it? Triforce said, "Hey, what's up?" earlier. So what's up? My chat actually got refreshed when I was messing with some of the stuff, and then Tariq said, "What up?" So hey, let's open up the command prompt and head over to project CD. Clear that real quick and open it up in Explorer. I think this is the latest build, so on the 18th. Wow, it's like almost 10 days ago, 15 days ago, somewhere in that range. All right, so I remember we did some color stuff too, because now the icons change colors. Yeah, we got some colored icons, and we have a colored menu too. That actually looks pretty good from how I remember it looking. Yeah. Okay, so I was thinking the other day that there was something about playing that we could fix. So right now the game speed is a little bit off, and I think the first thing we should change is a bug that I think exists, and I think I know how to fix it. So if I hold down this button to move to the right with Circuit Dude, it's kind of hard to see it because of the colors. They're so ugly. But he doesn't really move. If I hold the up button down on the bottom, the hardware one, you can see him move a whole lot. So I think there's actually a bug, and I'll show you. I think one of the later levels is probably better. Oh, I don't want to cancel it. I want to go to level select. Okay, so we can see that these arrows don't really look smooth like they do in the Artie Boy version. So if you hold the button, it does seem to look a little bit smoother than when I let go. So you can see it's kind of jittering right now, and then when I let go or start holding down the button now, it's way smoother. So I think the reason why it's doing that, and it's a little hard to see because the screen is kind of small. Actually, let's see if I can blow that up. The magnifier. Here we go. Yeah, so if I hold down, it becomes a little bit smoother. I mean, there's definitely some white blocks that are popping up, but if I let go, it kind of jitters a bit. The arrows do. They kind of look like they're shaking, not like moving slightly. Even though they seem to be moving the wrong direction, which can be another fix that we can do later. But I think what's happening is every loop that goes through, it's checking to see if I'm interacting with any of these buttons to move. So if I push down and then over, I'm moving one by one, as you would expect. And every time the internal clock ticks, every time the internal clock ticks to update the gameplay loop, which is a routine we wrote earlier, a method we wrote earlier, it goes through and redraws everything. However, I think I may have accidentally included the call to that function anytime any system event happens. So if it's tick or even button click. So button click, and I'm holding this button down, it's actually doing a tick and a button down event, basically sequentially. And then because of that, it's drawing way faster than it normally would. So I think, let's see, I think I call it gameplay. Oh, Okay, so in the main procedure, you see that I reference this gameplay, and gameplay is where it's actually calling the draw function and stuff. Yeah, we have like draw static map, draw dynamic map, stuff like that. And let's see. So what we're doing here in this bit of code is we're checking right here. It says every basically every I think 20 times per second it is going to get an event, and that will allow for an event to basically go through and basically allow us to get into here 20 times per second, I think. There's not a whole lot of documentation, and some of it's kind of lost, but I think that's what this is doing. And then once I'm in here, I check to see if it's a handle menu event or if it's a form dispatch event. And if it's not any of those things, then I'm going to go do this. And I'm going to try to handle the event. And if the event is handled, I have here an action boolean. Then I do gameplay. And so if I'm holding down the button, I'm doing like a button down event. And so handle event needs to return true, saying that the action was handled, so that I don't jump into this gameplay loop, because I don't want it to do it whenever it's a button down event. So I think I need to check in here. And the function is handle event, and it returns a boolean called handle event. Let's see. So pin down event, we do handle event equals true. Key down event, we don't do it. Okay. Okay, so I think actually I was right about this. I was like laying in bed, and it was like 10:30. No, like 1:30 in the morning, and I was like I could not fall asleep, and I was thinking, why is the game not moving as smoothly as it should? And I think it's because of this. Right here, key down. In fact, I think we can move handle event into all of these different event types, just because we don't want it to draw twice in the same like bit of time. We should definitely include this in every single type of event, regardless if we actually handle that or not. So like even this menu event, for instance, even though I don't think it's really going to affect gameplay, we just don't want it to double draw. Okay, so control select event. And repeat event. Okay, so I think we can do that. And I really wish there was a way to zoom in with this emulator so you can guys can see it a little better. But see what happens whenever I play a level with this. Huh. It looks to be doing exactly the same thing. And like I said earlier, I know it's a little slow and hard to see. Hmm. But it does not look like it worked. So I wonder if key down event only fires whenever the button goes down, but not when it's held. So we might need to check out some documentation real quick. I think there's actually a HS Pascal document I have in this folder. Am I overlooking it? There we go. Wait. That's not what I want. I don't want NS Basic. Alright, what we'll do instead is we will just look through the API wrapper that we have, because HS Pascal actually compiles into native binary code, and that is basically using this some sort of C compiler, I think. So we can kind of look through these wrapper definitions and find some useful information from there. So but it looks like when key down event is the only one. There's no, so it might just be key down, like just the key being down, not necessarily the key being pressed for the first time, as some more modern languages do. Wait a minute, did I see something? First event, first enter event? What is that? Or list, not first. Okay. The event is sent by system when the user enters a graffiti character, presses one of the buttons below the display, or taps one of the icons in the icon area. Huh. Uh-oh. Yeah, I know there's a repeating button that you can use. I did write some repeating stuff earlier, and I think I removed it in favor of the normal buttons. But it looks like there is an auto repeat key mask. True if generated due to auto repeat. So I think we could check for this auto repeat key mask. And it's the only thing here. Where else do they use key masks? How do you access this data? Set the state of the hardware key mask, which can. So right now what we're doing whenever there's a key down event, we're looking at the event data. Okay. So maybe we can say something like if event dot data dot auto repeat key mask, or maybe auto repeat. The only what about repeat? What is the record for the data? Key down event modifiers. How do you access this? These are constants, of course. Okay, so it looks like we have CHR and then we have modifiers. Okay, that makes sense. So instead of CHR, we say if event dot data dot key down dot, and then we have the modifiers here. Modifiers. And the modifiers can be all sorts of stuff. It's like a mask, right? So it can actually be a whole bunch of stuff in here, but I think I could just say auto repeat mask equals if the modifiers equals to auto repeat mask. Actually, if not, then we can and this will prevent multiple movements for a button click, or for holding the button down, which I don't know. If that annoys somebody, let me know in the chat if you want to hold down the button to like move multiple times. But typically people have like responded or messaged me saying, oh, I didn't like that holding down made me move too much because then I died. And it looks like it actually compiled no problem. So let's throw that onto the emulator real quick and see what happens. And then we can look at some save data stuff. Oh no, he continues to move. I think these masks are including like all this other stuff as well. So what I need to say is, if it's a mask, then it will say, I think I need to say and. Nani? And? Wait, is it? How do I do? Wait, do I have to do this? Oh my gosh. I'm terrible at this. Let's see. Int mask. That's not checking int. Yeah, I thought I was doing this properly. What does this say? What is the issue? It says syntax error. 1086. What's up, Raj? Thanks for stopping by. We're looking at this this mask here, this integer mask. Trying to see if this number exists within this number. But I'm getting a syntax error. So in 86. Yeah. 45. Let me fix this camera real quick. Oh, okay. I guess it just needed to be the word and instead. Did I do that before? Oh, wait a minute. Actually, I don't want this to be wrong. Put those in parentheses to be safe. This should prevent me from being able to hold down the button to move. Oh my gosh, it doesn't work. Man, I think that's going to be an issue then, because can you guys hear that? The screaming outside? There's more drunk people in at my pool again. The people who tried to fight me a long time ago. I think they're just yelling. It looks like, let's see. One thing that I can change real quick, it looks like this map is off by 1. Or maybe the frame is off by 1. So I'll map static. I guess I can try to figure out the masking issue later on. Wait a minute. Let's see. Did I fix that? It's kind of hard to see. Oh yeah, okay, I can see the black border now. A little difficult to be able to read, but got it. And let's just put that for now. All right, because the main event for tonight is actually the settings. Yeah, the main event for the night is actually the player settings. So if I actually go through the app menu, I guess, and then delete, I can like delete these apps that are on my Palm Pilot, including the database for this. I think we had a database explorer. Is that what we used? A database explorer? What was it? What was it? Let's look up PRC on my computer real quick. Warp speed DB. Where is this at? What am I downloading? Let's install this real quick. Because this will let me look at the actual database that I create with Circuit Dude. All right. Wait, it's not there. Was it file Z? Oh. Is this what I used? File Z? I can't even remember. I think it is. How did I modify this? Edit. Okay, so I have one record in this database for Circuit Dude. And then these are the values, 19 and 63. So I think, what is, yeah, so I have 19 in hex is converted to 25, which is this first value. Then 63 is 99. So I have 25 and then 99 saved in this database. 23. Wait, no. What was it? 25. I'm sorry. 5. Ah, yeah. Okay. So this is actually what I'm saving. Max level and sound. Max level here and sound here. And sound is actually just on or off. But I was making sure that the values were saved properly. So save sound, save settings sound. This is what looks like we're using. And we're getting the record and we're saving it. Okay. And then when we want to read the settings, what are we doing? Oh yeah, I put exit so that it would be safe to open the program. But we want to open the database, settings database, and look at the record index, which is 0. Which is this whole record. And then create the database if there's not one. Otherwise, we will get the settings pointer and we say that max level becomes this value and sound becomes this value. So the first index becomes max level, the second index becomes sound, which is kind of what we want. And settings, of course, is a settings array type, and settings array is an array of byte. So I'm working with actual byte data here. Raj suggests, after the initialize DB in read settings, you should retry and open the handle since the handle is still nil. Oh, I guess you're right. Yeah. Let's see, where else do I use initialize DB? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. In fact, I think I can actually... I'll just put this here too. I mean, I'm not going to do a lot of error checking, but I'll do this here too. And I think I was using a test alert. Oh, darn. What was I doing to do a custom form? Form custom alert, okay. And reads. So to kind of test some of this stuff, we did frm custom alert. And of 0, 1, 2. That's right. I think this is what I need to do. Alert results. Alert. Okay, so I have in this alert the ability to throw in 3 values as strings. So what I can do is say first alert. And you know what, I'll just do this just to make sure that I'm going to be able to pop that open. Yep, first alert, okie dokie. And we'll get rid of this exit then. And we'll say if we had to initialize the DB. Which I don't think this should happen. I think this should be fine. And then I'm just going to try to, I think byte to, how do they do byte to string? Is it B to S? I know you can do I to L2S long real and S2 string to integer. String to what's up, Galactic Discat? Yeah, I don't know if there's anything here for converting bytes over string by index. I think I can just convert the bytes to an integer though. So, right. Yeah, I think this might work. And then I'll do I to S. Settings at 0. This might actually get very angry. And let's exit right here too. I will say we'll say max level setting byte is type mismatch at 901. Okay. I wonder if we can just use a byte and do the conversion by hand. Okay, so let us do that. Move this over and first alert. Max level setting byte is 25. So yeah, I'm feeling a lot better actually. Feeling a lot better. My face, I can actually talk. So thank you, I appreciate that. Okay, so I can read max level. That works fine. That's exactly what I want. It should be 25. So this weird byte array that I'm trying to make is working perfectly. I get the pointer to it with the settings mem handle lock, and then I'm just reading through it like an array. And I'm gonna exit real quick after I dismiss this alert. So it should be fine. But let me try to recompile without doing that. Actually, no, with reading the second value, because I think this is where it crashes. I think this is where it complains that it's reading like a half of an address, but I'm not quite sure how that would make sense. Instead of max level, it would be sound. So let's compile that, toss it into the emulator, and run it. First alert, max level, sound. Oh my gosh. So sound and max level are working. That's very bizarre. Okay, so if those are working, then I should be able to just plop them in to max level and sound. And then instead of accessing them in this array, I'll just type in max level and sound to make sure they're being transferred over correctly. Okay, 25, 99, that's fine. All right, I'm gonna remove this exit. I'm also gonna remove these alerts too, because I don't really need those anymore. Hmm. So it seems like the actual issue isn't from reading these settings. It looks like it's here, mem pointer unlock. And it's because point, wow, never, okay, so I think I was beating myself, up earlier because I'm now trying to unlock something that was never set. And it would make sense why this error says an address error means that the application accessed a 2 or 4 byte value at an odd memory address, which I meant like that's why I said like half of an address, even though it's like I don't know. I think it's because I just never set point. So what do I do with this mem point unlock? I say mem handle lock. Okay. So mem handle lock. So actually I need to, instead of saying point, I need to say settings is what I need to unlock. I don't need this point pointer anymore. So I think this should solve my problem. See, procrastinating is a beautiful thing. You wait so long and the problem seems to solve itself. All right. Ooh, so it looks like it worked. Uh-oh, gotta fix this. Oh no. There we go. Abraham says, hey, how's it going? Hope your face is feeling better. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Java Jack says, the 68K has some stuff about 16-bit values being word aligned, I think, thinking back to the old Amiga days. Okay, yeah, that would make sense if it's like word aligned, why there's access errors that way. And Raj says, huzzah. Before the stream, actually, I briefly spoke with Raj and I said that I was having a pointer error and I would show him the issue. And he said he might be able to help out, so thanks, Raj, for helping out. Abraham, yeah, I'm streaming on Twitch and I'm streaming on YouTube. So whichever one you want to follow me on, you can follow me underneath my cam. I have like both of my usernames down there. So twitch.tv/thecrate and youtube.com/crate. I'm actually trying to reach 50 viewers. Well, I was before the end of January, and 100 viewers on YouTube. No, 100 subscribers on YouTube, which we met. I'm at like 103 right now, and 50 on Twitch, 50 followers or whatever they're called, and I'm at 44 or 43, I think. So if you're interested in following me on that one too, that'd be great. Yeah, so I have two PCs. I have my laptop that I do my development on, so I can kind of carry it around, and then I'm using my work computer for the streaming itself, and I'm using something called Restream.io to split the stream from Streamlabs OBS to multiple services. So my one stream goes to Restream, and then Restream can send it off to all sorts of other ones. And at one point, I was doing Mixer as well, but then Mixer died, and I lost a third of my audience. So okay, so we got the settings down. I think what we need to do with the settings thing is the same thing that we need to do for custom levels and custom custom levels, and for death counts, win counts, and no, step count. What are the stats? Each level has the fewest steps that you've done to beat it, as well as how many times you've won and how many times you've died. So those also need to be stored as arrays themselves. Oh yeah, Galactic Diskette. We did some color a while back, but it's like really hard to it's really hard to see on this screen. On the I'm using the same exact colors as the BitBoy version, and it's way easier to see it on that. So I'm kind of not happy with how it's turning out on this kind of screen. Maybe it's a setting that I can play with or something, or I need to just pick better colors for the background. Maybe the background needs to be like a lighter shade of gray. I'll figure that out off the stream because it's kind of boring, but yeah, okay. So if we get these values, we can also get all sorts of stuff. I'm thinking now that maybe the the stats might need to be in a second record, and it would look something like this. So instead of read settings, it would be read not record, but read stats maybe, and it would be the same exact thing here, but instead of a settings array, which is 2, it would be a stats array, which is, how many levels are there? 75? 0 to 75. No, actually, I think it would be 75 times 3. So 225, right? And the reason for that is there's actually 3 different stats that we want to keep track of. And since they're bytes, then we got to make sure that whenever you reach the maximum value, you don't ever overflow. So wins at value. So here we have these wins. So if wins at the current level is less than, what's the byte max? 225 or 255? I think so. Then end. Okay. And I think we also increase step, and we increase depth. So let's see step. Is it plus plus? Step equals to step plus 1. Okay. Is this the only place I do this? Yep. Okay, good. So we'll do something very similar. I'll set in here, say if step okay, so we can always increase step if it's less than the max, and then depths as well. And this will prevent us from going over the maximum value. So let's see. And right now we have the depths, the steps, And the wins, they're all integers, but we can go ahead and change that, and as well as step to byte. And I see we have like I2S, and it takes an integer, but as we saw earlier, it's actually like displayed properly, converted to a string properly. So I'm not too worried about that. I think this can be reset and compiled, and everything should be good. Yep. Play. All right, so the steps are increasing. I guess we could say, instead of step equals to 0, forgot the assignment operator. Well, when we start a level, I'll say 250. And then we can just make sure that for whatever reason, we're not overflowing. I really would hate to do that. So step is 250. And we're at 254, 255. Okay. So I think actually the average number of steps for really, really hard levels is somewhere around like 200, maybe even 150 on the on the PC version. So there's only a few levels where you go like above 300 steps to beat. So I think on the Arty Boy version or the Palm Pilot version, having a max steps of 255 is okay, because you probably can beat every level fewer steps in that. So oh, gosh darn it. Okay, so we know it doesn't overflow. That's good. And let's go ahead and implement these arrays then. Let's see, read stats. And instead of, we already said that instead of a settings array, I need to do a stats array. And instead of settings, I'll just call it stats. And settings database is, let's see, I want to find the definition for that way up here. DM open ref. Yeah, maybe it can be, instead of settings database, it'll be save database. So save database name, and then settings database will be save database. Okay. All right, so when we read the settings now, we get the record database. Instead of record index being 0, we're going to do 1. We're going to have a completely different record for this. And we will iterate through each of the values. And let's see, we'll have to do this every single time in the same order. So we'll do levels, steps, and depths. No, I'm sorry. Steps, depths, and then wins in that order, which will look like this. So, oh, I need that. We'll have an integer. No, yeah, some sort of value. It'll be an integer, I guess. It'll be called stat. And stat will be equal to 0. And this is what we're going to use to keep track of which one we're on, steps, deaths, or wins. And we will iterate through these steps. So through these, oh my gosh, I did it in the darn it, I did it in the wrong procedure. It needs to be here. So stat is actually what we need to call it. It'll be an integer. That will be equal to 0. And now we'll iterate through stats, the stats array. So let's see, how do we go through? For loop Pascal. Actually, I think I did one. Yeah, here we go. I'll just copy paste this. The syntax is actually what kind of gets me. Oh, you know what? Let's do 2. Let's do stat and we'll do value. So each stat has a value, individual values. Right, so this for loop looks like this. Value equals 0 to 75. And then we'll do something here. B value. Okay, and then we'll wrap this in its own loop. And it looks like this. So stats will increase to 3. And based on that, we'll do a different thing. So switch, what would we call it? Switch. Nope. Case. Case. Stat of I think I type it like this. And steps. Steps. Okay, so it'll be 0, 1, 2. Forget this looks like the bottom case. Okay, it is end. Okay, cool. So for if it's 0, then we're going to say steps at value equals to stats at value. Do this for all of them, but really stats stats is an array that goes is bigger than 75. So we'll have to include that offset for each. I think this is all we need to do to really read these values. That should read all the values. But now we need to write the values too. And then we can actually test this too, because we can go through the levels in the level select screen and see the values for each level. And we can look at to see what the fewest steps are and the wins and stuff. So that'll be cool. So we have read settings. When we initialize, let's go ahead and do read stats right afterwards. Oh, save settings progress. What is this? Oh, progress is max level. Yeah. Save. I don't have a single save settings. I guess that makes sense. So I should have, however, one save function for stats. Hmm. There we go. Okie dokie. So I'm going to copy over basically a save settings function or procedure and base it off of that. Data offset. I think data offset will be 0. I don't really need one, I don't think. And it's writing something here, dm write. I think I can save a and like I can give it any data type. For instance, a stats array, and it'll know how long to write. And if it doesn't, I think this number right here is telling it how many bytes to write. So what is being written? Save database. Record index, I need to put this at 1 because the record index is the stats index or stats record. Wait, why is read settings record index equals 1? Wait a minute. Read settings has record index 1. Save settings progress. Save settings x1 is 0. Hmm? Why is read settings 1? Is 1 the lowest index you can do for a record index? Why did that work earlier? Alright, we're gonna have to do something else. We're gonna have to test this real quick to make sure we didn't break this. So we'll do alert result equals to form custom alert, and we'll pass it in the test alert. No, test error, is that what it's called? Yeah, test error. And I2S max level, and then nothing, and then nothing. But let's go ahead and put test. There we go. 968. Oh, these need to be assignment operators. Oh. 970. Winds? Oh my gosh. Winds. Why did I type wind? Okay, there we go. Let's go. Alright, so I think I must have... I don't know what I did. I don't know why that was a record index of 1. Weird. Okay, save stat. So, oh, maybe I did 1 up there instead of down here. Saving stats, we need to have the record index of 1 here. So we'll go through, try to check the number of records, see if we have a record index of 1. If we don't, then we'll create it. And get the point to it. And then we'll write something. What are we writing? We're gonna write, actually there's 3 things that we need to write actually, but I think dm write has an offset. I think that's this first number value. So yeah, offset. We have an offset, so I think I could just do this 3 times and do 0, 75, and then 150. And then the length each time will be 75. And steps, deaths, and wins. Okay, so compiles. But I don't ever implement this anywhere. So let's save stats. Read stats. Well, I do actually do read stats somewhere. Right? Yeah, read stats are up here. Initialize DB. So what is save progress again? Oh, save settings progress needs to be also save stat. Okay. Okay, so I put the progress stuff inside of the initialize DB, so hopefully we should be good. Let's try to give that a run real quick. 874 unknown identifier. Oh, I need to do forward. Okay, let's do some forwarding. Gucci. My DM right failed. So DM right. So looks like this is failing. So let's go ahead and do some test stuff. I'll just do numbers to see where this is actually failing. Oh, it doesn't even, oh. I don't think I even compiled it and transferred it over. That might be a part of the issue. All right, 1, which means this is where I'm about to do. All right, so I failed here at writing this data. Federal Bureau of Investigation says, I see you. Cool. Thank you. Thank you for coming, FBI. If you want, you can go ahead and subscribe to me on YouTube. That'll be pretty cool. Yeah, my camera goes out a little bit sometimes. All right, so the error is coming here on this line, 939, and let's look at some more stuff for DM right. So this offset is, where do I usually do data offset? So I do actually use data offset previously and it works just fine, it looks like. That's max level. I wonder if it even lets me write an array like this. What if the array, like, automatically the length is understood? And I just put 1? Even though this says bytes and it's a U32, uint32. FBI, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. Let me know if you guys need me in the special forces or something. I'd love to help you take down the Black Dragon clan. Alright, so I think I'll just write 1 byte instead of the entire array and see what happens. It might be the offset that's causing the issue. But it might just be trying to write 75 values at once. We'll see what happens. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, it doesn't crash at that point. So I wonder if I need to write 74. See what happens there. How can I exit? Okay, so it doesn't even like that. What does it like? 2? Can I do 2? Length of 2? So length of 2 works. How long does this work for then? Depth is an array of 75 bytes. It's an array of 75 bytes, so you would expect that it would work. It works with 2, doesn't work with 75, doesn't work with 74. FBI, no, I don't really have a whole lot of documentation for the operating system. There is some that still exists out there. I don't personally have a whole lot, but Galactic Discat, who's in the Twitch chat, because I'm streaming on both Twitch and YouTube, he put together a GitLab or GitHub repository with some of the documentation on there. But I think there is actually some API references, and it talks. I think it might talk a little bit about the hardware. So this is for like the 68K SDK or 64K. Yeah, 68K SDK. So it kind of breaks down some of the stuff. I don't think there's that many diagrams and stuff, but it kind of goes through the process a little bit under the hood. But the documentation is kind of I don't like to use this word too harshly, but it's a little boring. It's definitely a little old. I've never interacted with 68K. I'm a noob when it comes to hardware, when it comes to like CPUs and stuff. I wrote an emulator for a really old CPU, but I don't know anything beyond that. Anything newer than like 1970, I have no idea. Okay, so I think that there is actually the DM write issue. So I can do 2, and that works, but then reading at 75, that doesn't work. So I think there's some issue with going too far. Oh, you know what? Maybe the amount of values is limited to 64 bytes each. I'll have to check the record length max. You're way better than with hardware than you are with software. You can only write some Python. Whoa! But do you know how to do assembly and stuff? Let's see. DM write. DM write is a wrapper for system trap DM write. Must be used to write to data manager records because of the data storage area is write protected. I'm almost finished my own custom MIPS processor and logism, but I never finished. Wow, that's pretty impressive, man. I wish I knew more about assembly and stuff. Assembly is really fascinating and fun, and I can understand when people talk about it. And like I've seen people talk about like the Game Boy and stuff and how its architecture was written for with assembly, and I can completely understand what they're talking about, but if I needed to sit down and write something, I mean, I guess I could, but whenever people start talking about all the different types of CPUs and stuff and how they have a different flavor of assembly, I just never sat down and learned it, so I kind of get lost at that. So what I think I need to figure out is the limit to what I can write inside of these. I don't even know what the DM stands for, but DM write. If it has some sort of max value. It has a record pointer. Maybe I can look up record pointer. And they talk a little bit more about records. Actually, you know what? I think this is C++, so they use struct instead of record. So I can just look up record. Pascal's kind of funny because it uses the word record for both structs and for this library. So it kind of gets conflated or mixed up a little bit in my head. Yeah. You can pseudo learn stuff about assembly by playing the games like Human Resource Machine. Yeah, that's a fun game. I've played a little bit of it. I wouldn't say it's easy, but it does make a lot of sense. Like you can learn it kind of fast. And I do know the basics of it. Like I said, I've done assembly stuff in the past. Like I had a class that was focusing on assembly. But I just a lot of people say assembly as a language, but it's like a million different languages are assembly languages, you know, and it's like which one are you talking about? And if I had to recall like the limitations of each one, I couldn't do it. And they all kind of have their own like functionality built into them too. So yeah, FBI said every processor has its own assembly. There's also like a uh-oh. Yeah, my camera goes out some days more than others. I should figure out a solution to that. There's actually a human resource machine. I learned about this game so long ago, but I think the same people who made this also did a like a computer chip game with like logic gates and stuff. Let's see. Oh, didn't want to click shopping. Game about computer chips. This better not pop up with chips challenge. Oh my gosh, that's not what I wanted. Funnily enough, people do say that Circuit Dude is very similar to Chips Challenge, but what is that game? Logic Gate game, maybe? Man. Logic Gate computer chip. Programming game? Okay, if this doesn't pop up, then yeah, I can't remember the name of it. You guys probably know. But it teaches you how to like design. It's like Human Resource Machine, but it teaches you how to design computer chips. All right, so let's get back to what we're doing. Trying to check out to see how big a record is allowed to be. I know there's some limitations on it. If it's 64 bytes, though, that would be very annoying. Okay, device is broken down to multiple finite size records. It's nice, but how big is it? Let's take a look here. well, that's not helpful. Palm Pilot, no, Palm OS record. Let's look up DB record. I thought these were like 64 KB, not 64 bytes. Maybe I can look up Palm OS record 64 KB. Oh, that's a PowerPoint. I don't want to open up a PowerPoint file. Palm Developer Guide 2007. Holy cow, this is the newest Palm Pilot developer guide I've ever seen in my life. 64 byte. Ah, look at this. Wait a minute. It might be 64 bytes. Wait, what? This is 514. Okay, so I think you can do more than 64 bytes. No, my goodness. What the heck, boy? I tell you what, get out of here. Okay, there we go. Why am I stuck like this? Yeah, DM right. DM right. So I can write 2 bytes. Source pointer. What I could do, which is super stupid, is I could write a loop. I can write a for loop that loops through all 3 of these arrays, and then it will get a pointer maybe to each byte, and then write that. Yeah, so let's do that. That sounds kind of stupid and fun. And we'll have another stat integer. And we need to have one called value pointer, and we'll say it's a byte pointer. And we'll say value pointer becomes the address of this. Yeah, that's the ticket. That's the ticket. All right, and then we'll try to DM write the value at value pointer. It'll be a single byte, so only one length. And then we'll do value plus value times stat to get the offset. That might work. And just for giggles, we'll maybe put this in here. And I'll output the offset in here. That just for giggles. 951 unknown. Oh, need to have a value integer. All right, JavaJack says chunk structures section of companion PDF, size filled 3 bytes. This 3-byte value describes the size of the chunk, which is larger than the size requested by the application and includes the size of the chunk header itself. The maximum data size for a chunk is slightly less than 64 KB. That's interesting because I don't I'm not writing anywhere close to 64 KB. I'm just writing 64 bytes. Or no, what, 225 bytes? Do I need to maybe set the size of the chunk? Size filled, 3 bytes. You said that's in the companion PDF. Yeah, the DM functions, yeah, it seems like they're supposed to be automatic to some degree. Is there a way to specify size? Because maybe whenever I create the record, I'm not creating the size properly. So DM records, new record. Oh yeah, that's it. That's it. Because check this out. DM new record, and then I'm giving it 2, like the length of 2. I don't need to do that. I need to say 225. That's got to be it. I'm not even. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh. That didn't directly tell me the answer, but that did lead me to the right answer. So I'm gonna comment this stuff out and see if it works now. Yeah, so the last one is size for DM right, and these arrays are gonna be 75 bytes each. Let's try that. That works pretty good. Ooh, E. So it still died here. Okay, I think it's because I need to actually delete the, that's right, okay. I think I need to delete this circuit do data. Boom. Great. So we wrote the arrays. Okay, we don't need to do all this crazy nonsense with these for loops. Cool. Yeah, I'll check it in FileZ. I think it's going to be empty though. But I can also check it within the editor or level selection screen. See depths 101. These are definitely random values that aren't supposed to be there. So yeah, I know steps. Hi, buddy. Hey, kitty. Yeah, I want to say I need to do a for loop through these and initialize the starting values. Java Jack says it's time for him to go to bed. All right, man. Thank you for chilling with us tonight, hanging out, giving us some pointers and stuff. Definitely, we'll check it in FileZ. So if you're interested, come back and watch the video on YouTube later on if you're interested. Man, the people outside my window are screaming. I think, let's see. Initialize, I think it's called. Initialize. Well, I do initialize settings. Where do I do that at? I only call it there. I do it whenever I'm initializing DB. I'll rename this to initialize save data. And that's where I will loop through this stuff too. And var I enter for I equals 0. We'll do deaths at I equal to 0. Depths at I, as well as shucks wins at I. Okay. This should initialize everything to 0, clear it all out. Drag it back in. Let's go ahead and delete the save data and run it. Play. Oh my gosh. So this data is still not correct. Deaths is 101. Not correct at all. Right, let's take a look at FileZ and see what it looks like. Oh, look at this. It is full of zeros, which is exactly what I want. So the data is there. Maybe it's the reading itself. So I know that I do I to S for wins. Oh wait, read stats. Do I ever call read stats? I do call read stats. Maybe it's in here that I'm actually not reading it properly. Okay. I have a test alert here that I'll copy and paste over. Let's just read through this for a moment. Everything should be 0. Everything should be 0 with this alert. I mean, the record is 0, right? 25, 99, 0, 10, 0. So I am reading something that's wrong. Let me... do that. I'll recompile it. I'll delete the data. Drag this bad boy back in. Okay. Huh. This is reading the stats. And you read the stats after you initialize the DB. And initialize DB should initialize the save data. I'm going to put an alert here too. Just to say, create, let's see, initializing save data. Let's see what happens. See which actually happens first, because maybe it's for some reason going the wrong way. Oh no. Hey, Galactic Discat, do you want to be a moderator? And then you could help me ban those people? The spammers? They come around every so often. Okay. I appreciate that. Oh, you're reporting too. Cool. Yeah, I think it's just like accounts that they randomly generate. I actually got really excited. I thought people were talking to me and they wanted to interact, but it was just spam. I guess there's a way to say like email verification too. So you can only respond if you've verified your email. So I'm going to try turning that on. And I'll go ahead and add you in, Galactic. Cool. Moderator. And I'll also add someone else to Stove Man in case he's ever about. Alrighty. So you should have the ability to destroy those spammers now, Galactic. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Okay, so we were checking to see which comes first, the chicken or the egg. So, initializing save data. So, all the deaths, all the steps, all the wins should all be zeroed out here. And then, after I do that, I save the progress. And the progress includes saving the stats. And then whenever I save the stats, oh, you know what? I do know what the issue is. Check this out. So whenever I save the stats, I save them to the right place with record index of 1. But when I read the stats, I read them with record index of 0. It needs to be 1 as well. So that's got to be the issue. I'll just go ahead and recompile that real quick. Bring this over. Initializing save data. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. Should be good. Okay. So I will go ahead and get rid of those alerts. And then we'll be able to actually check to see if it form. Yeah, we go right here. Should be able to see the values now that those alerts are out of the way. Play. Okay. So it looks like the deaths and the wins and stuff are fine. I think I accidentally initialized something somewhere. I accidentally set deaths to be 1 by accident. I think it might be here. Because dude alive. Okay. I think I accidentally set the deaths in the, let's see, deaths. If not dude alive, then I need to make sure that you're in the game. To do that, to actually increase the death count. If game mode is equal to player, that's where I should put it. It'll load the level and increase death count. Okay, I think that's why I had deaths of 1 on the first level. Let me see. Back down here. Yeah, death 1. Oh, death is still equal to 1. I'll put an alert here. Oh, you know what? I use this too much. I need to just make it a global variable. FRM custom alert and test error, and it'll be howdy. Well, you know what? Not howdy. I always laugh when I see this picture of a cat and it says meowdy. Don't put meowdy. Alright, let's see if I actually increase the depth count for some stupid reason. I do. So the reason why offset was given random data whenever I was reading it was because whenever I was doing read stats, I have this record index, which is like there's like multiple records inside of each database, and the first record is for settings, so like sound and what level you're on, like the progress, and the second record is like the actual stats for every individual level. And for some reason, instead of record index being 1, which is the second index or the second record, it was equal to 0. So I was reading from a different place than I was writing, and I was actually reading the like random settings. So I actually read like the max level and the max level and sound setting. And I could show you the values that were being read right here, 25 and 99. So those, I think, were being properly read. So, meowdy. So I am actually increasing the depth count of Circuit Dude. I'm technically killing him whenever I just view a preview of the level, which is not what I'm supposed to do. Wait, what? Why did that interrupt? Okay, so the reason I would do that is if game mode is equal to player. Game mode should not be player. I think initialize. When I initialize the game, in game equals to false. Okay, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. I was looking for. I got that confused. So I thought, oh, player, game mode player means you're playing, but that's not necessarily true. That means you're looking at levels you can play, not levels that you can edit. So what I need to say is, if in game, then I think I was correct in all my assumptions except for that variable's use. So I think this should fix it. And then if that's true, then that means that I can verify all the data without going into file Z. So yeah, death equals 0. Great. So I no longer kill Circuit Dude by accident by just simply viewing the level. But I still want to kill him. So let me go to a level where I can die real quick. I want to make sure I didn't break that for some reason. Okay. So whenever I die, okay, so what would make me want to save the stats? Right now I have save stats, where I have save progress. Save progress is called whenever I initialize the database, of course, as well as whenever I go to the next level, successfully completing a level. So if that's true, then I should be able to go to level 1 and beat that, and then exit the game, and then it'll say how many times I've won, and then how many steps it took me to win as well. So 15 steps. So if I go to the level, select, view it, win, one win, fewest steps is question mark, question mark, question mark. That's not what I want. I want to do, I don't want to do step, I want to do that. Let me exit out and recompile. I was reading the oh, it's not step. It's steps. Right, I was reading from the singular temporary level step value instead of the steps array. So if I click play, oh, weird. So save progress didn't save it. Oh, sorry, Echo. I didn't mean to hit your head. Save progress, call save stats. Save progress is called in next level. Save progress is called initialize it B level. Yeah, so it should save. Maybe I don't save the steps anywhere. Maybe I just always keep it at 0. So whenever I do next level, if it's 0, okay, or step is less than this, then it should set steps here. Wait, didn't I do this too? Oh, never mind. Yeah, so steps. Guess we gotta do an alert. Okay, we gotta see if we actually save that value somewhere. Play through the first level again, and see what happens. Hi. Okay. So hi is saying that I am actually saying steps becomes the value of step, which is what I want. So I'm going to remove that. And then steps is saved and save progress. Level select. Okay. So I do have fewest steps here as being displayed for 15 and 1 win. If I jump out, in theory this should be saved. And it's not. So save stats. Save progress should also happen whenever you die, and that might be a better way to test. Yeah, that might be a better way to test. Alright, so 1 death. TDD. I don't even know what TDD versus ADD means. Test-driven development? Oh. Man. I just do whatever is faster for me and whatever is fun. I think this is more fun. Programming is about having a good time. Okay, I did figure it was a joke. I did figure ADD being a joke. Okay, so I have killed myself twice, which means that let's see. So deaths is 2. I wonder if I'm not closing the records or something, so it's not actually saving. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, Okay, it's not saving it. It's not saving the stats. Save stats. So I'm gonna put an alert inside of this. I guess I have to. Actually, you know what? Read stats. When I read the stats, am I... Hmm. I wonder if I can just do this. I will just throw out this test error with whatever the first value is, and that should be steps, right? Actually, I'll do depth. No. Wins. I'll do wins. So 150 plus that. No, actually, my bad. Be this. Okay. That should be the correct location of this value. I'll recompile it, and then I'll beat that level 1, and then try to jump back into the game. Oh, wait a minute, what? I didn't drag it over. All right, 0 wins on level 1. Let's beat it real quick. And then select and menu. You know what? Actually, there is a way to exit the game completely. Right? Yes. Oh, I get what? That doesn't even work. And the value is still 0. All right, let's look at the data real quick. Oh, cancel. I wanted to edit, not view details. So the size is 225. And it's all zeros. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, whew, I think I fixed the camera. But this is all zeros. Save progress. Save stats. And we'll do we'll have an alert that says that we're saving. And that way we can tell that we're actually saving whenever we're in the game instead of just initializing the game. Hopefully the issue is that we're not calling the function. Saving 0. Okay. Saving, okie dokie. So I wonder what happens if we do saving, save progress. Ooh, and then read stats or save stats. So we save it and then read it right after we save it. And we gotta forward it too, so let's do that. All right, so saving 0, 0. Okay, okay. Play. Play. So we should see it save and then read the save data, the stats right afterwards, which means we will write a 1 for the wins and then read that 1. So saving 1 Huh. That's exactly what I was hoping it would do. Like, that's what it should do. I would think. Too. So we beat the level twice. Whoa, what the heck? Where did he go? That's a bug. Um that's should not be form level, it should be form uh well, maybe it should be form level. Oh, weird. When you beat the level? Huh? If max level is less than current level plus 1, then load the next level. Otherwise, show form level. It didn't happen. I think it's because of the alert. Actually, I do think it's because of the alert. Just try that one more time. But the data is saving. Like, I think I'm able to save it and then read it as long as I don't exit out of the game. So maybe I'm erasing it after I begin the exit process, but before I finish exiting. Okay, so that works. I think it's because of the alert. The issue is because of the alert. So how come I can't exit the game though? Wait, quit equals false? Quit needs to be true. We'll see if this actually... Maybe we have to quit a different way. Well, let's try to beat the level. Maybe I'm not properly quitting whenever I click the home button or the applications button. So it's not closing out of the record, so it's not saving it properly. It's not it either, because these values aren't being saved. Hmm. 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 Guys, if you don't mind giving me 1 second, I'm gonna go grab something real quick. Sorry, Aki. Okie dokie, I am back. Ooh. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I'm either not saving or I'm not reading properly. Let's see what read stats looks like. Because what I did before, when I did read stats, did this. But I am reading from the record. Hmm. Wait a minute. If I beat so if I beat this level, what happens to the fewest steps up here? Is that filled out? Oh yeah, I totally forgot I can use the keyboard instead of clicking on the screen. And that's where an issue pops up with the frame rate stuff, which I was trying to fix at the very beginning of the stream. We'll get to that later, but okay, so the it shows all the stats properly. What if I toggle sound? Do I die if I do this? I do die if I do that. Okay. Huh. So if I go to the level select, I do have the deaths on this level. Oh, I can still go negative. Hmm. I should make a button that just like saves the progress so I can like double check. Huh. So I do steps and then deaths and then wins. Read stats. I'm doing steps and wins. I'm gonna exit out of the game completely and then use File Z to take a look at the data. So it is saving. It is saving. Actually, look at that. 1, 1. So I have and then a 2 down here. So I actually do have values saved. Steps. Wait, no, deaths, right? Wait, what? Steps, deaths, and then wins. And then, okay, 1 win. Whoa, there's so much. I mean, I don't want to count all these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rows. 1, 2, 4, 7, 13, 16. Oh, it's okay, it's an 11. I see. Okay, and this is 2. Okay, okay, okay. That's way more reasonable. Okay. And then, of course, one death, 2, no, 1 win, 2 deaths, and 11 steps. So what happens whenever I play the game again and it doesn't show me those values, and then I exit out and then try to view it? So I've erased it. So what am I doing? Am I saving it properly? But then anytime I read it, I stomp on my data? Because what I'm doing is initializing the data. Oh wait, when I initialize DB, I do resave it all. Huh. Initialize DB. Huh. Oh, okay. Because when I say save database, it's nothing. And I'm going to go through and save this stuff again. Yeah, this doesn't make sense. I need to have an alert here. This might be where the error is coming from. I might be stomping on my data every single time. The idea is that I want every time the database isn't present, I want to create a new database and stomp over whatever's there. But it looks like I'm not actually doing it. I'm not checking properly to see if it's there. And I'm always stomping over it. So stomp. I should never stomp like that twice. That doesn't make any sense. I should never do that. Okay. So I do this whole weird thing, but I actually wonder how similar it is to reading of the database it is. So I initialize, and then I read settings. What do I do in there? Read settings. Save database. That's the database that I'm working with. And it's a open reference to a database. Ooh. I just took a picture of myself. Okay. So I'm trying to find this database. Save database equals open. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to look over here to see if there's any code where somebody uses. I'll have to go back to. Dang. Find database. Am I supposed to use get database? Find database. I remember let's see. If I can't find a database that I own, if there's no databases, I think find database is supposed to be finding the database by the database ID. The database name. What is the database name? Circuit do data? So it tries to find. So it has name P. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Ah, wait. Oh, it's a constant string. Okay. No. Is it? Okay, this needs to be a constant. That might be why. Database. Okay, so the saved database name needs to straight up be a constant pointer. I don't know what in the world I was thinking. Okay, so okay, I think this might fix it because it actually takes a pointer to a string, but a pointer to a constant string. And I was giving it to a variable string. Creating database. This should not happen twice. So does it? So it actually creates the database just fine. So name p string, once p string, get data. Do I ever do a get database? Don't. And database. So find database is looking based on the name, and get database is based off of some index. But what is the index? Local ID. These both provide a local ID. But DM get database. What is this? Where is this used? This guy uses find database and he uses the name. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, okay, so if the DB ID equals to 0, then if it's not equal to 0, so if I have an ID, right? If there's a local ID of like 10, then I don't need to do this. Oh, but I never explicitly say. I never say. Again, I think I need to rely on that. This will be the definitive answer of what we're looking for. Okay, DB ID -535. I think this is actually lining up with something, but I'm trying to open a database with -535. It needs to be positive. Frick, I think it's NS Basic documents. NS Basic. Oh, you know what, actually? There was a, oh, here we go. HS Pascal. Is this it? There's a list of errors somewhere. Palm Pilot error codes. It's like a big list of error codes. But I don't, I know that there's one that's like 535. Nope, that's not what we want. NS. Oh, wait. Maybe this is what we want. Yeah, NS basic stuff. Database library, maybe? Oh, here we go. Here's some codes. So maybe this does have 5.3. Man, where was that at? Maybe if I actually include the DM find database, it'll help. Maybe I could just type in 535 as well as this. No, I didn't mean that. API reference. Error code constants. Might be it. It's got to be because it's not finding this. And what it's trying to do, because the DB ID is an error code which is negative, it's trying to open the database, I think. But you know what? That actually is why it's nil. Because it's like smart enough to know. Right? Maybe? Let's see. Oh, whoa. It doesn't have this alert that says opening. I wonder why. Oh, wait, it's a local ID data type. So what is a local ID? Oh, it's just a uint32. Maybe that is fine. So save database is being nil. This is difficult. Very difficult. Hmm. So why is it not? Why is it not doing that? Yeah, why is it not? If dbid. Oh wait, because it's uint. Phoenix Firewings asks if I'm working on a game or an operating system. I'll show you. I'm working on a game called Circuit Dude for the Palm Pilot. And it's like a puzzle game, but it's a kind of like a remaster or a remake of the Ardu Boy version of Circuit Dude. It's like a black and white handheld game system. So it should be very similar to this. You like walk around and plug in computer chips. There's 75 levels and a level editor, and the levels get a little bit harder every time. So that's kind of what we're porting over right now. But having a little trouble with the databases in the Palm Pilot itself not loading properly. They're not being found whenever I'm searching for them, which means I'm trying to create them because I can't find them. And even if they exist, I'm overriding them. So whatever progress you make in the game, you end up overriding and deleting every time you open the game up. So you could play through the entire game right now and get as far as you can and then lose all your data because of that. So I'm trying to figure out what exactly the procedure is for going through and opening up a database on the system. I think I'm going to try to just say if dbid is greater than 0. I don't know why it needs to be not 0. Because I can't find any kind of documentation on this function. Okay, so returns the database ID. The database can't be found. This function returns 0. Okay. So it's actually a negative number for some reason. Zero. Hmm. Oh, actually, dude, Phoenix Firewings, thanks for the subscription, man, or the follow. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Actually, I'm gonna just try doing if MBD is greater than 0 and seeing what happens. Because it's not actually calling this section of code for some reason. And it should skip it for sure now. Oof. I think it's because it's a uint 32. Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, so I open it if it's greater than 0. And then it's not going to erase down here. Okay, so That means I should be able to delete the database. And then it'll tell me that it's creating one. Okay, and then I run it again. And it opens it. Cool. I'll delete these alerts real quick then. That means that the save data should actually work now. Cool. Okay, let's play through a level and see what happens. Okay. Cool. All right, level select. We see that the stuff is there, 17 steps worth level 1. Oh, you missed my reaction because the camera turned off. But, oh baby. Oh, what the heck? It's actually flickering. There we go. Cool. So it actually saves the data, loads the data, the stats work, settings work, or settings seem to work. Excellente. So, yeah, shoot. So, remember earlier at the very beginning of the stream when we were looking at the action stuff? Well, I think I remember what the actual problem was because I remember there was a problem, but I didn't know what it was. I remembered the problem, or I remembered the existence of a problem. So, handle event is what we're looking for. Handle event. And we went through and we set handle event to true based on the event type. But I think the ones we didn't do was these the some button stuff for the keyboard itself. I want to figure out what that was. Button player. Okay, that's the button control select event menus handle event for key down event. Yeah, so this is for the keyboard, and handle event should be true. So if handle event is true, then that means I should not be going through and doing so many ticks. That's the issue. So if I play this level, you can see if I hold down the right key, this is what happens. I like accelerate like really fast, like way faster than tapping. And that's because it's drawing the level and moving circuit dude pretty much twice every tick, multiple times a second. More than 20 times a second actually, which is supposed to be the normal max. And then I can adjust that max later to make it like actual smooth and stuff. But right now it's kind of exaggerated, kind of slowed down. Optimization stuff can come later for sure, but yeah. Hmm. Oh, you know what? I think the issue was at the beginning I did this and it worked, but I think it needs to be 0. I think it needs to be 0. Because I want to make sure that the mask doesn't exist, not the mask does exist. So let's play through. Oh my gosh. He's still so fast. That did nothing at all. Um. Hmm. 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 Oh, dang it! I keep click auto repeat key mask. I guess what I could do is I guess what I could do is just do an alert and make the alert be equal to form custom alert test error I2S. I wonder if this is okay. So it's 0, but I think it's always going to be 0 because the what's it called? The modifier is going to be reset to 0 because the alert is actually interfering with it. So we'll say if event dot data dot keydown dot modifiers does not equal to 0, then we will actually display that alert. Oh shoot. Ugh, modifiers is always going to be equal to 0. What the heck? Key down event modifiers. True if generated due to auto repeat. Double tap key mask. True if a double tap event. True if this is a if there's any kind of held. Hmm. I guess what I could do is have a variable that can check to see if the key down, if there's a key down or not, and I could say only if like I'll call it key free, for instance. So if key free, then do this, and we'll say key free equals to false. And then key free can become true at the end of gameplay. Right? Yeah. Wait, what? If not all game? Oh, okay, never mind. That's fine. And then we'll do key free boolean, and then inside initialize, we will say key free equals to false. True. Actually, we'll do it at the beginning of every level. Actually, no, we won't. We don't need to do that. It needs to be kind of global. Okay. Expected. 1434. Oop. You guys are missing my beautiful face. There we go. Alright, we compiled it. So I guess if I can't check a modifier key to see if it's held, I'll have to do it this way. So if I hold it now, what happens? Oh, nothing. Oh, I need to set key free to true at the end. Okay. Not false. All right, here we go. Now we try. Oh my gosh. Maybe instead I'll put that let's see. Dude moving. If dude moving. Else begin and does seem a little bit like faster. Gosh dang, it still zips, so like yeah, that's, I don't know, man. What the heck? for some reason holding down the button just like accelerates the CPU. Maybe this is like part of the emulator itself. I wonder if it's a problem with the emulator and not the game code, because this is really freaky actually. Let's see what happens if I go to the level select and choose this level and then hold down. I think div $20. Yeah, let's change the frame rate to like really slow and see what happens. This is like 2 frames per second, I think. All right, so oh my, ooh, about to oh my, ooh. Why is this camera doing that? I just want to program. Okay. So it's going really slow. If I hold down a button, what happens? It goes fast. Like I suggested earlier. Oh, man. And this camera is having a lot of problems today. There we go. There we go. That should be fixed, I think. Okay. So like I said earlier, let me pull up the magnifier. So the game's going really slow right now, but if I hold down a key on the keyboard, it greatly speeds up. And that's because every time I hold down the button, it's sending an event to the system, and the system is either like trying to do something with that event. And then every time the event is called, it calls the gameplay function, which is why I can move very fast, even though it's supposed to be like 2 frames a second. But if I click a button, it's incredibly slow because it's doing 1 frame, one event. If I hold down, it's like a whole bunch of events. So and I think key free I'm setting key free here to false. Let me delete those because it should honestly be any key. Like literally any key should set it to false. Because I don't want another button interfering with this. But then again, handle event should be called. And if handle event is called, then action should prevent gameplay from firing. So I think there's another event. Let's look through them real quick. Pin up event, key down event, when enter event type, when exit, TSM FEP button. Data. key down. And key down has a key code and a character. I wonder if there's a key code for the state. Virtual key. Let's see. In dictionary or macros, depending on virtual key event sequence. These are always 13. The following key code ranges are reserved for use by. See, I do check to see. Key down event. Let's see. CH. Okay. There's also another issue with these hardware buttons, like the up, down, hard 1, 2, 3, and 4. Two and 3, I'm trying to move left and right with Circuit Dude, which are these buttons, I believe. I don't even think those are correct. Unless it is possibly that. Nope. Unless I have to prevent default. I know I'm kind of jumping around right now, but this is like a few, these are a few little polished things that I've been trying to mess with here and there, so. Uh-oh, I don't want to download that. Call me. Wait, is this the same exact thing that I have here? That's funny, it's not, it's different. What is this? Palm API 2? Is this like an open source Pascal? Key up event. Can't add these to the system event range because Pace won't pass them through. Add them to the license range. Key up event. And key hold event. This is exactly what I expected there to be. Like a key hold event. See, sometimes looking for other stuff unrelated will help you. but in this case it doesn't seem so because, oh, key hold event is even defined here in the C++ side. So what if there's key hold event and key down event? Oh, wait a minute. What if I did this? Key down event? What if we did something like this? Key hold event is $sign 4001 can end. This is so cool. I feel like a hacker if this works. We'll put an alert right here. And form custom alert. Test error. Yo. So, oh wait. Constant encasement. What? Constant and case types do not match. I think I need to cast this event e-type. Oh my, this, I have like a rubber band on my camera to help me with this, and it's not working. All right, let's look at these E-types real quick, see if we can cast or something like that. Maybe we could make our own. What is it inside of? Event? Maybe it's called event type. Yeah, E-type, event enum. This is where the down would be, right? Key up, key down event. I mean, yo, I don't know. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What if I do key hold event and key up event? I set these values to something cray. Insufficient permissions? Yeah, okay, I don't know if that actually saved or not. Key down event, key hold event. Oh, I added an event. Cool, I didn't know how easily that would work. Let's drag it over and see what happens. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my. Ooh, about to hit some. I mean, ooh, maybe not hit somebody, but you know. Actually, what if I that? I think I messed up then. I don't think I messed that up. I think I messed up the library. It was like very specific in the order that it wants these things to be in, so maybe it's got to be like that. Okay, so I added the event in to the end of the list of these enums. For some reason, they have them based on values when that's not, like, it kind of defeats the purpose of an enum, right? All right. All right. The system hold thing did not work. Oh my gosh, look at that go. Man, I was actually really excited. I was thinking that would work, but I was wrong. Okay, I'll get rid of that. I'll be a good boy. But this freaky thing. Dude moving? Is that what it's called? Dude moving equals -1. Okay, actually, I think I'll put key free there. I want to be able to, like, require the user to pick up their. It doesn't work though. Wait, what? That anything that involves key free now, I should just get rid of and try to come back to that because it does not work. I think there's like a hardware thing that I need to be checking to accomplish what I want. All right, well, it is getting about that time, so I think I'm gonna wind this stream down. But I guess leveled stats is good enough. The level editor is implemented. Galactic Discat. So that's I think next stream I will just reuse very similar code to save the custom level data very similarly, so it should just be copy paste, because again, this is just a new record with another array, and then after that what else needs to be done? I think I have a little list up here. Move circuit dude with direction pad. left and right, and 5-way button. Move CD with the second and third app button. Okay. And let's see. Well, we gotta do the ending of the game. We have to, which is not gonna be on stream. I've said that a few times. Yeah, beaming. But here's the thing: beaming will be with these records, right? Actually, no. I did say we should beam individual levels. Yeah, within the app itself. Yeah, so that's how we should do it. In the editor, you should say beam level. Yeah, so let's do that. Beam level, and then receive level. And oh, sound effects. Oh, and then blow yourself up with the tip button. And then also there's a graphical glitch with the with falling into a hole at the bottom of the play area, and it covers up the UI buttons. Saving. Saving and recalling custom levels. I know this seems like a lot, but like a lot of this get through like real quick. And I guess the other thing is adjust the ugly background color to see Circuit Dude. Blah. I cannot see him. He's blue. Oh yeah, and then one of the other things too are these walls that are just blocks. They need to like merge together. So merge walls together. And these the Artie Boy version of Circuit Dude, you can take a look here. These walls actually are not just blocks, they kind of merge together. And it's cool because you can even do that in the level editor and place some blocks, and as you place them, they merge together. So we got to put that in. And then if we can fix frame rate issue, but I don't know if I can necessarily figure that out. Is it ending up the wrong color because of the palm is 256 colors? Well, on my website, crate.net, you can see this version for the BitBoy. I think even on the computer, it's a little hard to see, but on the device itself, it's a little bit easier to see. But yeah, this is what he looks like, and the background is a little bit like greenish, not necessarily gray. I think this version, it's like more brown, or more neutral, more earth color versus this green color. So I think that's a little bit of it, but I think I think I just need to make it a little bit brighter. But I'm just worried about these white tiles right here. In fact, you know what? I could probably just do this real quick. Put it into MS Paint. Yeah, I think the color needs to be something more along the lines of maybe something like that. Yeah, just something like that. And you should be able to see it on this on the Palm Pilot screen itself. Let's see if I zoom out what it looks like. Not too bad. Could be a little bit lighter, I think. Yeah, there you go. That's probably better. Cool, I guess we got a game plan. One other thing though too, if you guys are still watching, I know there's a few of you guys still left. The Ardu Boy is currently working on releasing a new model. I do want to see that. And there's a new game jam going on to kind of get people excited about the new system. And what the heck? So I really do want to get done with this Palm Pilot version. So I might do a little bit of it on my own. But as soon as I get done with it, I want to dedicate my streams to making a game because I have a really cool idea. I want to make a game for Crazy Bones. And if you guys don't know what Crazy Bones are, consider yourself blessed because they're kind of stupid. But I want to make a Crazy Bones video game. They're like these. Some people find them to be very nostalgic, but in America they're kind of popular. These little figurines that you just toss around. So I plan on making a little game jam game for that too. So if you're interested, and I know I took about a week and a half off, maybe 2 weeks off because of my chin and my face was swollen and stuff. But definitely plan on streaming on Tuesday and Thursday this week. So I'm trying to push this game out. My goal again is to be done hopefully by Thursday with the Palm Pilot version of this game, no later than Thursday. And if it is like getting close to close to the wire, I'll just finish it up on my own and then start this next Sunday. So I've already got a cool idea and planned it out a tiny bit, but anyways, yeah. So appreciate you guys hanging out today. So if you're interested, please follow me on one of these two platforms. If you like this video, watch me on YouTube, youtube.com/crate, or if you're on Twitch, subscribe /follow me on right there on twitch.tv/thecrate, and of course on Twitter, twitter.com/crate. I post on there with random programming projects and stuff that I'm working on. My game is on Android. Circuit Dude is $1 instead of $3. So anytime I announce something like that, I sell. And then I also have some news, hopefully very soon, hopefully sometime this week, for a Switch game. Some news about my Switch game that I've been working on. So I'll let you know about that too. But for those of you who are here still, I'm going to go ahead and raid one of my friends. And he's a pretty cool guy sometimes. A lot of the times. He's playing Smash, I think, right now. I know it's very different than programming, but just give him a shout and say hi. He'd really appreciate that. He's really funny, very nice. I think he's playing with his girlfriend right now too, and they're both close friends of mine. So, see if I can figure out how to do this. Last time I tried to do it, I completely messed up. What the heck? I guess I can't do it. I'm a programmer. I'm supposed to be smart with this kind of stuff. Is he still streaming right now? He's still streaming. What the heck? I follow him and everything. Oh my gosh. See, this is how good of a friend I am. My only options are to report him. I can't raid him. Channels you follow. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I can't really raid him tonight, but yeah, so if you guys followed me tonight, I appreciate it, but I'll go ahead and let you guys off now, and I'll say bye. So, bye.